Hello there everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and today we are here to discuss all the eyeshadow palettes that are currently, oh, hi cat. Oh, he's not gonna let me pick him up. That are currently on rotation. Products, eyeshadow palettes that I keep here on top of my little table that I don't want to put away yet. I keep wanting to reach for over and over, and some stuff I've just been really enjoying as far as eyeshadow palettes go. So let's discuss, shall we? The first one is e.l.f. Retro Paradise. Yes, e.l.f. made a good eyeshadow palette. I cannot believe it. After I tried that new J Kiss palette, I returned it. I did not like it at all. I was very disappointed with that. But this one got me just from the marketing alone. The name, Retro Paradise. Why didn't I think of that? That name is so nice. I love how it's written. The packaging for this collection was so well done. I did buy a few other pieces from e.l.f. and from this line in general. From different pieces from the Retro Paradise collection and e.l.f. in general. And I want to do an e.l.f. video hopefully this weekend. Why am I doing this? Anyway, this palette is wonderful. I haven't used one shade yet that isn't what I expected it to be. I haven't used that blue one yet, or this one here called Nightlife. Those two are untouched. But everything else so far has been exactly what I wanted it to be. This one called Sip Sip, the one called Rise and Shine. They're both really, really pretty. I do think that these go on better with your fingers. I'm definitely a finger user. I don't know how to say this without sounding weird, but I love putting eyeshadow on with my fingers. If an eyeshadow, a shimmer eyeshadow, does not work with my finger and it immediately gets hard pan, it's not for me. I need shimmers to work with my fingertips. I definitely apply them on my fingers all the time. So the shimmers in here apply great with the fingers. I haven't tried them with the brush. That's just not my preference, especially when I'm putting it on the lid. And I really like this. I'm actually shocked. I want to wear this every day. And I've really been enjoying it quite a bit. The green one is really nice. The one here called Fuego is really nice. Sea Salt is one that I thought I was really going to dislike, but I'm really loving it for inner corner because it's just like this really bright white shade. I really, really like it. And e.l.f. in general has been, for me, a brand that I don't care about. They could disappear. I won't even notice they were gone. And every once in a while I give them another shot and I'm always let down. I bought the bite-sized palettes. Really hated those. But I recently decided to let go of all my judgments, all my preconceived ideas of what a brand is and how many times they've let me down, and give them another shot, like an honest shot, act like I never tried them before. And so far, maybe I just happen to pick some good stuff from e.l.f. because so far I'm really liking what I've bought. And this palette, I love it. I think it's wonderful. It's really cute and it works. I like it. The next thing is actually what I have on my eyes today, and it's the Natasha De Nona Bronze palette. This is the first Natasha De Nona palette that I've actually wanted to buy. I have the bite size, the mini sunset palette, and it's amazing. That's one of my favorite palettes that I own. Well, it's a 5 little eyeshadow thing. It's great. I then bought the mini Lila. I don't have it anymore. Didn't really care for it. I bought the mini Star. Didn't like it. And then I was like, Natasha De Nona is overrated. But then when I saw this, I was like, I want that so bad. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It just looked like everything. The packaging, this beautiful bronze packaging, the shades in here I think are lovely. I am wearing this today. I really, really like this a lot. And this one reminds me a lot of the, not shade-wise or anything, but of the mini sunset palette. And I don't know what it was. That one, just feeling it makes me, I just want to swatch it all the time. And that's how these are. If you're into swatches and you love swatches that look amazing, this is definitely going to get you to that amazing swatch place. I haven't used every single shade though, but everything I have used so far, I've used a bunch of them. I haven't used that really dark one yet, or the one here called Rhodium. This one I don't love, but oh my gosh, but the rest of these I think are so great. The formula is amazing. I'm wearing Alloy on my eyelid today. That's this one here. And then I have a couple of the mattes just blended out. The one called Ridge in the crease, and then I put a little bit of this one in the outer corner. And I really like this palette. I think it's great. And I'm super happy that I got it. Super happy and happy that I got it. Yeah, first Natasha De Nona palette I've ever bought. And I'm happy with it. Totally happy with it. It doesn't make me want to buy another one or feel like, oh, I'm missing out, I should get the other ones. The Tropic palette was one I wanted for a really long time, but I never actually bought it. It's currently on clearance on Sephora's website, and then I was like, okay, now I want it. but I still don't want it. This one I'm very happy with, but it doesn't make me want to buy more. The formula is really good, but it's not enough for me to be like, I want every shade with that formula. It's amazing, but the palette is really, really good. I think if you were looking at buying this, I don't think you'd be disappointed whatsoever. As long as this kind of tone of shade is your thing, you will like the palette, and I'm really liking it a lot. The next thing that's currently on my rotation is from Tarte. I always thought this was called the Young, Wild, and Cruelty-Free Palette. I saw Coffee Break with Danny talk about this a while back, and I always wanted it. But I thought this is what it was called. So I kept looking it up with this name, and it's not. It's called the Unleashed palette. But you can see the packaging here makes you sick to look at it. Like, just to look at it, I feel like sick. Anyway, it feels great in the hand. Has that kind of thing. It's a beautiful looking palette. Look how pretty these shades are. The mattes in here are lovely. The shimmers are dry as all get out. The shimmers were a big disappointment. They're not the same formula that's in the, what is it? The Pro Remix palette. I love that palette. I was going to say I really like it. I love it. The shimmers in there are great. They feel wonderful in your finger. They don't get hard pan when you use them with your fingertips. Like I said, that's an expectation that I have. That's something that I would need out of my shimmer shadows. And these ones are just incredibly dry. They go on nicely. There is a lot of fallout with them, even when used with the finger. I love the pan size. I love this design they went with. I love the shade selection. I love the colors. Mattes are great. Shimmers, not what I wanted. Not what I guess I was expecting the Pro Remix palette formula, and it's just not what it is. They work nicely though, just on the drier side. It is on my rotation though, because I do enjoy using it. It's a palette I wanted for so long. So I'm still using it. I like it. I don't dislike it enough to like not keep it or return it or anything. I think it's pretty to look at. It's not a disappointment. It's just one that, I don't know, the shimmer formula was not what I wanted it to be, I guess. But on the rotation, and I'm still liking it. Oh, hi. Do you have something on your rotation? Oh. No, not going to let me pick him up, but he's meowing at me. Next little thing on my current rotation is the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat Palette. This is something I have wanted for, I want to say, years. Did the Heat palette come out years ago? I think it did. I've never had a naked palette. When the Naked Heat came out, I couldn't help it. I couldn't stand it. I had to have it. Bought it, hated it, sold it on Poshmark, don't have it anymore. But this one, I was like obsessed with having it. And it went on sale on Ulta's website. It was on Sephora's website too. I think a lot of the times when stuff goes on sale on one site, customers I always see in the comments think the other company's copying. Like, Sephora's just copying the Ulta sale, but it's the brand that puts their products on sale on both retailers. That's not the retailer. Anyway, that's the kind of comments I saw about this. So like, Sephora's just copying the Ulta haul, whatever they were doing, like their summer haul event. There he is. No, never mind. The cat, he's the most skittish cat I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, back to the palette. This is what it looks like. It's all matte. It's called Petite Heat, but I don't think any of these shades are in the big palette. As far as I know, I don't know. But I really like this. I wanted it for so long. It's definitely a one-trick pony as far as like a look you can create in a color story, color family, all that kind of stuff. I have never said color story in my life. I hate when people call it color story. I don't know why. One person called it a color story once and everyone started calling it color story. Let's move on. Okay, it's a one-trick pony, gives you a decent look. I really like what I do with this, and it's on the rotation now because it's just so cute, and it was everything I wanted. I'm so glad it lived up to all my expectations, and I really like it on the rotation. Two more things. The next one is from Morphe. This is the NJ palette. It's called Just a Crush, and this is what it looks like. Morphe was one of those brands as well that I wanted to let go of all my preconceived ideas of what a crappy brand they were and try out some stuff other than the brushes. I have a few eye brushes that are like my ride or die brushes, but I have never really tried any of their makeup stuff. So I bought a palette. I bought the makeup setting spray. This is a wonderful setting spray. I bought, what else did I buy? I bought a few other things from Morphe, and I've really been liking the brand, actually. Oh, the eyebrow pencil, I love it. I love the brow pomade. And this palette is good, too. It's not... Okay, actually, I bought this Kylie Jenner palette from Ulta because it was on sale. This is awful. This is really awful. I don't know. I go, like, a couple of shades are really good. Like, Stone is good. And some of them are good. And people keep saying this is ColourPop. But this is not ColourPop. ColourPop is leaps and bounds better than this. Not really good. So if you're thinking of Morphe or Kylie Jenner, go for Morphe. Like, this palette's really good. I like it. I love the shade selection. I do think it's very reminiscent of one of the Jaclyn Hill palettes. I think the second one. With these purples and that bright pink there. If you have that palette, you don't really need this. But it's fine. I like it. I've gotten use out of it. I think it's very pretty. Shimmers aren't really there for me. They're not like what I want them to be. But, you know, it's a decent palette. I don't hate it. I like it better than the Kylie Jenner one. And yeah, it's on the rotation, but it's not like my favorite palette I've ever bought in my life. And then the last one, an oldie but a goodie, the Ulta Beauty Sunset Skies palette. Let me try and clean this baby up. It's dirty. I love the Ulta Beauty brand. I have done a dedicated video to each of these palettes. I love these palettes a lot. This is one I've been wearing a lot recently. I think it's just so pretty. The formula in here is insane. It feels like the Natasha De Nona palette. Like it's even richer, I think. It's amazing. Okay, if it's between Morphe and Ulta, go for Morphe all day. Look at him being curious. Go for Morphe, go for Morphe. Go for Ulta all day over Morphe. I think these are amazing. They're $20. I don't remember what the Morphe one was. It's got to be at least 15-ish, maybe 10. This one, well worth the money. Definitely pick one of these up other than those Morphe palettes. You will not be disappointed. These are amazing. And it's on the rotation currently just because I felt like pulling it out and been wearing it a lot lately. And that is that. Thank you for watching this video. You guys got a nice glimpse of my cat. Let me know some eyeshadow palettes that are currently on your rotation. And as you saw, like, they don't have to be palettes you're in love with. Palettes I'm on, like, pulling in and out because I want to try more. Like this Morphe one, I like it, but it's not the best thing I've ever tried in my whole life. But it's pretty good, you know? And stuff like this, sometimes I feel like I give a few chances to and then I'm like, oh, it's no good. But I keep pulling it in and pulling it in and pulling it in. And I think, you know, you kind of use it in a different way sometimes and get a different feel for it. Anyway, let me know some things currently on your rotation. They don't have to be favorites. And that's it. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you later in another one. Goodbye.